Hey guys, welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast, season 3, episode 32. Totally smashing this year. It's been an amazing year, actually. It's been very interesting to follow the music technology sector this year in particular. And we're going to have a wild podcast today. My cat is trying to get through the door. Hopefully you can't hear that. Just to make things interesting and surprising while we record this simulcast on YouTube. Yes, you can watch us on YouTube or you can listen to the podcast. What is this podcast about? Of course, it's about music gear, music technology, software and hardware. If you love that sort of thing, then you've come to the right place. If you've seen the title, we're going to talk about UAD's Shadow Drop new UAFX guitar pedals. If you're a guitarist or you love guitar pedals, you're going to love that when we get to that. But stick around because there's some really interesting news that happened this last week. And the first piece of news here that we're going to kick off with, before I do, I want to thank my regular listeners too, by the way, that come back week to week. Support link down below if you want to do that. But this last week we had the 808 day. It's become a thing, hasn't it? Every year we have it, and you can probably see if you're watching here on YouTube up in the background what I'm about to talk about. We made fun of this last year. This year, I'm not going to make fun of it. We're just going to talk about it. Yes, 808 day. And who else would cash in on the 808 day? Who else? I mean, the creators of the 808, of course, being that Roland. And Roland merch or Roland lifestyle, we spoke about this on the podcast last year. They did a jacket. They did a drop of some merch, a big jacket. It wasn't a puffer jacket this year. It's a puffer jacket. Last year, I can't remember. It was just a regular jacket. $808. We made fun of the price. It was ridiculous. I don't want to make fun of it, but god damn, these jackets are expensive. Now, if you are watching us here, let's have a little look at this. You get the puffer jacket, you get the 808 sequencer, drum sequencer design on the back. I do like that. I have to say, I do like that. Let's look at the positive sides of this jacket. Look, I'm not going to say no. If this jacket was given to me, of course, I would take this jacket. You got the 808 spoilings on the front there. My personal thing with this jacket, and look, I'm only doing this to celebrate 808 day, of course, which is already past. Wearing my Roland hat. They've gone to the edge on this design. Every little nook and cranny has something that embellishes or shows the joy of owning an 808. Like even the zipper here has some sort of 808 graphic. Here we got a model in front of a Jeep, and he's sporting the jacket. Look, I'm not going to lie. The jacket looks dope. My only thing is I know that's the color skew of the 808, but I don't like that it's shiny. If they could have made it like a matte so it wasn't shiny, then I would be down. I don't mind the colors. I think I just don't like them shiny. Anyway, limited 808 day, 2022, 808 puff jacket, pre-sale from August 8th to September 8th. So you can still get it. It's still for sale. It hasn't sold out. They got various colors, all $808 each. Inside down feather, outer layer polyurethane, standard US sizes. So does that interest you? I don't know. I'm just mucking around. Let's celebrate 808 day. There are other ways to celebrate other than having this jacket. Look, maybe it is. It isn't a bad jacket. It's not fully desirable for me. If they just were able to manage to get rid of the shine, I would prefer a matte version where it wasn't shiny. I think it would be kind of cool, but even so, I'm not going to spend $808 on a jacket, okay? I don't have that kind of cash to drop. Unless you guys are hitting that support link down below 1,000,000 times an hour, I ain't getting that jacket. You want to see me wear that jacket? Hit the support link down below. All right, no, just kidding. Let's move along. Got a few sales for you guys today. Some really cool sales. Continuing on, Northern Hemisphere, summer's going down still. Still summer, and summer sales are still happening. And it's not summer here, I'm freezing, but Audiothang. I really wish they had called their company Audiothang. I've spoken about this before. Thang with an A. Audiothing, however, and I've got a lisp, so I'm butchering the name all over again. Anyway, they got a really good sale. 50% off in most cases, up to 50% off. One of my favorite here is this gong amp. It's just so interesting that there's a gong emulation in software form. But they have a bunch of other ones. We spoke about this not long ago on the podcast, the Fog Convolvula 2. They've got noises here, wires, outer space, which is the Space Echo emulation from Roland. Of course, springs, speakers. They've even got reels. I love this gong amp though. Let's jump in here. I mean, there's a bunch. Audiothang does quite a few plugins. This gong amp though is absolutely amazing. Let me just quickly read a bit about this. So in 1932, Maurice Martinot was looking for a way to make his groundbreaking proto-synthesizer ONS audible beyond what could be archived with the horns and loudspeakers of the time. He developed a set of diffusers, of which the Metallique was one. Instead of a paper cone or horn, Martinot put a gong behind the amplifier circuitry, and this seemingly simple idea resulted in resonance and brilliant overtones that excite audience to this day. So in 2011, the French company EOWave took inspiration from Martinot's invention and made their own version, the resonant Metallique. When we heard what our friend Berlin composer Heimbach did with this rare and discontinued amplifier, we knew the sound needed to be available to more than a select few. So Audiothang went out and made Gong Amp, their third collaboration with Heimbach. These names, they're not working for me. I'm sorry. Even my name, Emlyn, most people do not get that right. It is a different name. It is Welsh. If you're from Wales and you listen to this podcast, thank you for joining me. Let's have a quick listen to just a quick demo of the gong here. 606 Gong a Fight. Actually, not that one. Want to listen to this next one because I think you can hear the gong a bit better. Claveling Classic. Sorry, me slipping away on my cough in the background. But could you hear? It's sort of, that's an interesting sound, isn't it? The way it records the audio. Anyway, it sounds really unique and very interesting. And that's just one of the plugins that is on sale. Gong Amp from Audiothang. Let's move along to our next little special here. And it comes to us from Native Instruments. Yes, Native Instruments making an entry almost nearly every week. Now, I'm going to have an affiliate link for this down below. But did you know right now that Komplete 13, if you've been interested in getting Native Instruments Komplete, that now would actually be the time to get it, because some of these bundles are up to 50% off, which I dare say hints towards the fact that Komplete 14 is just around the corner. So you can't get mad if you're getting 50% off Komplete 13 right now and then Komplete 14 drops. I would say maybe next month. I could be wrong. I'm predicting September or October for a Komplete 14 drop, and I'm praying for some hardware, but I'm not going to hold my breath because I've been praying for hardware from Native Instruments for more than a year now. But check this out. I just wanted to quickly show you. And again, affiliate links down below. Click on the link down below. Supporting the channel. Support your boy. Support this podcast. But also support yourself. Like, get yourself a good deal. I mean, who doesn't want Native Instruments Komplete bundle? Now, they do have a subscription service, the Komplete Now, which you can get as a subscription service. You can get all of Native Instruments plugins on that Komplete Now if you want to pay a monthly fee. But if you're old school like me, you just like to do a downright payment, one-off payment, and get up to 50% off. Here you go. Komplete 13 Select is only $150. That's pretty amazing. 12 instruments, 4 effects, 5 expansions, and it goes upwards from there to, of course, Komplete 13 Ultimate Collector's Edition, which is like 96 instruments, 26 effects, 73 expansions for $1,449, which is absolutely nuts because it's usually like 22 grand or something crazy. Anyway, I thought this was a good little mention because I actually didn't know that Komplete was 50% off, which again, I feel probably indicates that there is something on the way in the Komplete series. We're going to be looking at a Komplete 14 drop soon. I don't have insight on that. I could be completely wrong, but I mean, look, that's not hard to predict, isn't it? Every year there's been a Komplete upgrade. So I'm not like, It's not like rocket science to predict that maybe this is going to happen. But I'm saying sooner rather than later. Okay, we are getting towards the end of the year here. Let's look at our next little product here from Baby Audio. These are our friends at Baby Audio. They're having a sale as well, and they've also got a support affiliate link down below as well. Click on their plugins if you want to, but let's check it out here because I wanted to mention these because Crystalline is 51% off at the moment. Link down below if you want to get Crystalline. If you haven't got it already, you got to check it out. It is one of the most creative effects plugins of this year, 2022. Definitely a plugin of the year contender. Amazing, absolutely amazing what you can get out of Crystalline. It just sounds so freaking good. So I have a link down below if you want to get yourself, pick it up, finally pick it up at 51% off, only $49. But you can pick up their other plugins as well. Baby Audio Bundle have a special. You can get all of their plugins for $199. And Baby Audio just makes some really fun, really creative plugins. I really love this Super VHS and that magic button. It just spreads it. You can put dirt on it. You can put heat, wobble, wah, filter, tape plugin, AI powered tape plugin. Sounds really good on vocals as well. Just all of their plugins are amazing. Parallel, Aggressor, love them all. Anyway, there is a link down below, but especially Crystalline at 51% off, you should definitely check out. I reckon it's plugin of the year contender. And I do have some insight on Baby Audio. Yes, there will be a very new plugin on the way very soon. Very exciting indeed. I cannot wait for that. Love Baby Audio. All right, next one. I know we're doing a bit of sales here. It's been quite a week, but I just want to share with you the love of the sales. Okay, guys. Softube. Where do I begin? You are literally in the top 5 emulations of plugins on the planet. Definitely, you're up there. You're up there with Universal Audio. Universal Audio, Anyway, I love Universal Audio, of course. Who doesn't? But Softube are really, and they're not the underdogs. They're in the top 5 for sure. Some of the best emulations on the planet. And they've got a crazy deal. I have to mention this. Now, I'm not here to, obviously, I've been going over sales the last, 4 things we've spoken about here. I'm not here to just jam sales down your throat. I want you to just have a look, see what there is. Of course, Black Friday's around the corner. So if you want to stick around till that, and you're going to see even more crazy dramatic price drops. But I think some of these right now that we're seeing right now at the start of this financial year, if it has anything to do with that, are pretty good. I don't think you're going to see anything better than this. This is a tempting one for me because I love Softube and I want to have all of their plugins. Volume 5 is their full plugin collection. It's 50% off at the moment. Wow. Absolutely wow. I love Softube. I think this is this is kind of a no-brainer. For me, at least for me, you can buy everything there at half price for $450. Yeah, if you don't know Softube, go check out Softube. They have some incredible plugins. Let's have a quick look here. We'll jump over to volume 5 of what is actually included. Oh, I was already on that page, was I? Anyway, you just need to check out here. We jump over to products. You just need to check out Softube because Softube are touted as the rock and roll scientists. Let's have a look here. Channel strips, for example. Here we go. So you just got a bunch of amazing channel strips that you can use, like this Summer Audio Grand channel thing down here. Absolutely amazing. I mean, on its own, that's $299. So it's included in the bundle, $459. I mean, it's nuts. Check it out. Softube is having a sale. All right, let's move along now. Off the salesy stuff. I hope you enjoyed those. I hope you think they're good. Just a few select ones there. This next piece of news comes to us from musictech.com. If you enjoy reading about music tech, then head over to musictech.com. They do some fantastic articles. This one piqued my interest because I think this is interesting. Okay, what does it have to do with music technology? Quite a lot. And the future of being a musician? Yes, that's you. A music artist. That's right. Most of my listeners are. Some of them do it as a hobby. Maybe some are professionals. Who knows? But this is really interesting. Have a listen to this. Spotify is testing a new website to sell tickets to music events directly to fans, which could set it apart from streaming competitors such as Apple Music and Amazon Music and spark new competition with existing giants in the ticketing business. So Spotify Tickets lets users with a Spotify account purchase tickets directly with the company acting as a disclosed ticketing agency for venues, promoters, fan clubs, and artists, according to the site's legal page. And at Spotify, this is from Spotify, we routinely test new products and ideas to improve our user experience. Some of those end up paving the path for a broader user experience with others, while others serve only as important learnings. Tickets.spotify.com is our latest test. We have no further news to share on future plans at this time, Spotify said in a statement issued in the publication. Very interesting indeed. So Spotify Tickets contrasts the platform's live event feed, which lets users buy tickets to events through a third party such as Ticketmaster or Eventbrite, and Spotify was rumored to be interested in the ticketing business back in June 2021 when a report from the information suggested the platform would use its listeners' data to inform where events would be hosted. And at the time, the publication sources suggested Spotify wasn't keen on competition with major players such as Live Nation, but instead was looking to improve its relationship with artists. It remains to be seen whether Spotify will take a deeper dive into the ticketing business. Presently, Spotify has been incrementally rolling out features that focus on podcasts with a redesign of the app's homepage to home music and podcast discovery for users. Hopefully, Emlyn in the Mix is on that. I mean, it is. It's on Spotify. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty interesting article. Would you buy tickets from Spotify to see your favorite artists? I mean, is that an easy... I guess it takes out, like, the middleman. It takes out that extra step. I mean, you're listening to music on Spotify already, right? And you're like, damn, I want to see what shows have they got. I want to go to that show. Yes, that's in my hometown. Boom. Get your ticket. Very cool indeed. Let's move along to our next one. Here comes to us from our friends at Roli. We love Roli. Roli do some great products, and they have a new Lofi hip hop expansion pack for Equator. If you have that, grow your library. The Roli Sound Store is an always growing library of finely crafted sounds, including the world's biggest collection of MPE presets. MPE, create your library and discover sounds that spark inspiration, open up even more creative possibilities. All sound packs are compatible with Roli Studio and their respective sound engines. And Lo-Fi Hip Hop is the ultimate sound pack for building blissful down-tempo beats to study or relax to. Evoke nostalgia with vinyl crackles, tape-soaked electric sounds. Let's have a quick listen. Do people like to study to this? Is that true, or is that just some... I don't know. Let's have a listen. I could study to this. Just studying. Writing my essay here, guys. This sounds big. Inspirational. Growing. Damn. If that doesn't get your day going, that just went full inspirational on y'all. Lo-fi hip-hop, a little bit different to what I thought lo-fi hip-hop sounds like, a little bit of a different demo, but I didn't mind it, and it definitely showed off some of the sounds. I really like some of those little MP sort of quivery sounds in the background there, just quivering around. I don't even know. Do you guys even watch this part of the podcast? We're getting to the end. Of course you do. We're getting to the main product. I just finished my coffee. Maybe that just made me extra hyper. All right, let's end the Anyway, we love you, Roli. You're amazing. Great expansion packs. And you got to check out Roli software. If you haven't already, there's something wrong with you. All right, let's move along. UAFX Guitar Pedals Shadow dropped by Universal Audio. This is my main product for today's podcast. I wanted to talk about this because we cater to everyone. We don't just cater to electronic music producers, we cater to guitarists as well. But although I must say, electronic music producers probably do like to fiddle with these guitar pedal thingies because you can hook them up to synthesizers and fiddle around. Anyway, this Shadow dropped. I think we spoke about this on the podcast maybe a week or so ago, but we didn't really go into this hardware drop. This is a Shadow hardware drop here. Or was it Shadow? It was Shadow to me. It was shadowed to me because I didn't see this thing drop, or they just had terrible marketing. Anyway, did you know Universal Audio has 3 new guitar pedals, and they're built upon powerful dual processor engines and UA's proven analog modeling expertise? The UAFX guitar pedals give you sonic authenticity far beyond other stomp boxes. And these are the 3. I'm pretty sure we spoke about them, but these are the 3 that dropped. So you got amp, emulators, lose yourself in legit vintage tone. So the first one we're going to talk about here is the classic American tube amp. Now let's have a look. We click on here. Beautiful looking pedals, by the way. Dream 65 reverb amplifier. So you can get the classic American tube amp sound that shaped music. The UAFX Dream 65 reverb amplifier pedal gives you the essential American tube amp used by artists and producers for the last 60 years. From Muddy Waters to the Beatles to Elvis Costello, built on powerful dual engine processing and UAD's audio modeling expertise, the Dream 65 effect pedal delivers bold, clean, sweet breakup and divine spring reverb and vibrato. You get the most authentic emulation of a mid-60s American tube combo ever placed in a stomp box. Take a world-class studio amp sound anywhere, complete with legendary mic speakers, pairing boosts and amp mods. Immerse yourself in classic tube-powered spring reverb and vibrato effects, and download artist tones, customized features, explore presets, and more with UAFX Mobile Amp. Let's have a listen to the UAFX Dream 65 Reverb Amplifier. Here we go. Let's have a listen to this. Universal Audio, boom, loving that. Sounds fantastic. So that's just one of them. Let's have a look at the next one here. So we jump back to our main page here and we have a look. The next one is the sound of the British invasion. Yes, we want to hear this. So this is Ruby, and this is the one that started it all, the sound of the British invasion. I'm looking over here because my cat is about to explode into the podcast. It's really trying. It really wants to be on the podcast today. Anyway, get the British invasion tones that inspired generations. The UAFX Ruby 63 top boost amplifier pedal gives you the quintessential British valve amp, beloved by artists and producers for over 60 years, from Queen to U2 to Radiohead. Built on powerful dual engine processing and UAD modeling expertise, the Ruby 63 FX Pedals delivers choir boy, clean, complex overdrive, and classic vibrato. So get the valve amp that powered the British invasion, perfectly emulated in a stomp box. Take Ace Studio amp tones anywhere, complete with legendary mic speaker pairings and famous boost effects, and stay inspired with rich top boost tones and tube power vibrato. Absolutely amazing. Let's have a quick listen to the British invasion Ruby. Oh, that's awesome. Funky. Damn, look at that guy's shoes. Really nice. So you get the idea of the British invasion Ruby stomp pedal as well. And then last but not least is the one that started it all, Woodrow 55 instrument amplifier. And it's just so cool. I just think these are just so cool. Universal Audio, and of course, being Universal Audio, you know the hardware is going to be fan-freaking-tastic. I'm very interested in getting, especially one of their effects ones. But I think these amp ones are really cool as well. If you play guitar, even if you don't play guitar and you just want that amp sound, you could have it, plugged through a synth or whatever. I think these would sound absolutely amazing. So the UAFX Woodrow 55 instrument amplifier pedal gives you the legendary American tweed tube amp sounds used by artists and producers for decades, from the Eagles to Chuck Berry to Neil Young. Built on powerful dual engine processing, UAD modeling expertise, Woodrow 55 effects pedal packs, sweet cleans, rich overtones, and grungy distortion. Get the best emulation of a mid-50s American tweed amp, ever packed into a pedal. Take world-class studio amp sound anywhere, complete with mic, speaker, pairings, and preamp boosts, and go from dapper to dangerous with classic tube tones. Let's have a quick listen to this one. It's a last little sound demo here. Nice, you get that bluesy sound as well. Wow, you can get some very versatile sounds. Bread and butter amp. Yourself in vintage tone. Wow, it's actually that one out of all three. That sounds the most versatile out of all of the three of those. Amazing UAFX pedals. The other three that we've spoken about before that got released a little bit earlier is, of course, you've got the plate reverb, you got the modern delay effects, and the tremolo tones. I really like the Astra. I think it was the Astra. I think that's for an electronic music producer such as myself. I'm not a guitarist, hence we played those demos, but I think something like that or the Starlight would be really fun to have in the studio, just hooked up the synths or whatever. But if you're a guitarist, I mean, this is for you. These sound so authentic, and out of the three, just listening to those, I would say the Woodrow seems to sound the most versatile to get the most sounds of sounding amps or those particular sound. It's amazing actually how many different sounds you can get from electronic guitar. I absolutely love this. Completely shadow dropped in my opinion. Maybe it wasn't, but I just didn't see these get dropped. Absolutely amazing amp emulations. UAFX guitar pedals from Universal Audio. What did you think? Will you be getting one? Do you think they're cool? Are they worth it? I don't know. Over to you guys. This is where you take over. This is where you take over this podcast. This is your podcast anyway. It's not even mine. It's for you. What did you think of today's podcast? You're going to get yourself an 808 jacket. You're going to drop $808 on that puffer jacket. What do you think of the sales? Go out, help yourself to some Native Instruments Komplete at 50% off, because probably Komplete 14 is just around the corner. Support your boy. Affiliate link down below. And Baby Audio affiliate link down below as well if you want to pick up Crystalline, 51% off. And Softube, come on. That Volume 5 at 50% off, that is absolutely nuts. They only do that like a couple of times a year or maybe once or twice a year. Surprised they're not waiting to Black Friday. Anyway, that deal is there. That's not going to get any better. What do you think about the Spotify doing tickets, selling tickets through Spotify? I think it's not a bad idea. I guess it's got to be trialed. And Roli's new expansion pack, and of course these effects pedals. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Support link for the podcast and the YouTube channel if you want to do that down below. If you want to support this podcast, keep it going. We're going to be here back next week anyway, but just you guys watching this also is supporting the channel, so I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Hope it was informative, and we'll be back next week with some more exciting music technology, music news, and please, if you're still watching this, I forgot to mention, I haven't mentioned this on the podcast, Rob. I'd love a review, actually. This podcast has a couple of reviews. I don't even know. Not many, but if you want to leave a review, you can do that in the podcast app, I believe, on your phone, iPhone or Android. And actually, I don't know if Android has a podcast app, but anyway, one of them would, I'm sure, even in Spotify. And you can leave a review, write a review. 3 stars being mediocre, 5 stars being amazing. I mean, actually, I don't even know why I mentioned 3 stars. 5 stars is, of course, what you think this podcast should be. No, you just leave a review, whatever you thought this podcast was worth. I'd love some feedback. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, you can do it in comments in YouTube. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Till next week. This has been Emlyn in the mix. Boom.